The Arab American community needs to be reminded and cannot forget. He wants to ban Muslims, he wants to deport Muslims, and he wants to start internment camps. And that's what we are busy talking to every voter. He's telling you what he's going to do. Believe him.
Internment camps?
Yes. He has talked internment camps. You know what, Jake? You may have to visit me in one. I get worried enough when he talks about what he's going to do to his political enemies.
Okay, on yesterday's episode of The Lead, Democratic representative, of course, Debbie Dingell, told Jake Tapper that Trump was going to send her to an internment camp. But unfortunately, she's far from the only pundit and lawmaker who's panicked about the possibility of being thrown in prison or an internment camp should Donald Trump get elected for a second term. In fact, let's watch.
But wait. Trump was there for 4 years. I didn't see this. Why are Democrats creating this fear-mongering amongst people? I see this every day. Even lawmakers, like you can see here, she's doing the same thing. Oh, Trump will create this, Trump will do. I have seen them over and over. Are they not tired, using this strategy to create fear into people? It is insane. And it's reaching a level, I love what I'm saying. Liberals are freaking out. Like, stop all this.
This is the descent into fascism, if we so choose. Normalizing January 6th, it's a day of love. It's a day of love. I'll say it again and again and again. Normalizing enemy from within. I'll say it again and again. I'll say it again and again until you get tired of it, until it's not so funny anymore, or you think he doesn't mean it until you realize he does mean it and it's too late. Saying these strict abortion bans are a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are you kidding me? We got to wake up. And here's the good news, because I come with such dire warnings, and I mean them from the bottom of my heart as a daughter of refugees who came here escaping war, came here for America to be a part of a democracy, to be a part of building something beautiful where they could be free. I'm telling you, the good news is that I believe women will be the beacon in this election.
Am I losing my mind in feeling that this hyperbolic rhetoric is not helpful?
Yeah, well, 50-50 in my.
So I just voted.
Yes, this clip was shared on Twitter. This is what this person wrote. This is what consuming right-wing media does to a person on the so-called left. Anna did not waste time. I don't support Trump. I also don't think it is helpful to call him a fascist or a Nazi. Those words actually mean something beyond not liking a candidate. I also don't think listening to or reading the perspective of conservative voters is a flaw or something I should feel ashamed of. Okay, this lady is going against the narrative of Democrats struggling to paint Trump some kind of image I have never seen. It is not working. People are not listening. If this kind of things were working, you will not see polls like this. Trump will lose him, but instead they are the one painting him all these kind of names, but at the same time panicking like Kamala might not win. If this thing was working ever since, Trump would have been done by now.
So when Debbie Dingell says he's going to start internment camps, he never said that. That is not helpful. On that, you're 100% right. Because once she says something that he didn't say, then not only the right wing, but independents will discount every other thing you've said. Not just every other thing you've said, but every other thing that anyone on the left has said. He never said internment camps. Don't say that.
And the notion of a fascist, because look, if we're just going to use fascist toward anyone we dislike, all right, then the word doesn't actually mean anything.
Okay, what do you want me to say, Anna? You want me to say wannabe dictator?
Sure, you can say wannabe dictator, but I don't even think he wants to be a dictator.
Of course he does. That's what you do when you lose an election and you go, oh, I got fake electors and I'd like to terminate the Constitution and bring out the tanks and use martial law against American citizens and shoot. If that's not fascist, then I guess the word just shouldn't exist.
But was he able to do those things?
First of all, his entire cabinet had to threaten, not cabinet, administration, his White House team had to say, we're all going to mass resign if you roll out tanks against American citizens.
Okay, so if you think he's a fascist, wouldn't that justify taking physical action against him?
No, because that doesn't help. That devolves us further into fascism.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's a difference between somebody shooting someone, that's fascism, and saying, I disagree with them. Don't elect a fascist prick who says only white people are awesome and everybody else is garbage and should be banned. No, look, I'm not gonna take a chance with a monster like that.
I know, you're focusing on whether or not you're gonna vote for him. I don't give a damn about that, and that's not what I'm asking you about, Cenk. I don't think that this rhetoric, especially from elected members of Congress, is helpful at a time.
I don't agree.
Okay, all right.
Okay, well, Anna, why do I not agree? Because, so Trump's helpful is rhetoric?
No, his rhetoric is awful.
Okay, if you don't want to be called fascist, stop saying fascist things. It's not that hard.
Okay.
Not that hard. Oh, here, let me have dinner with Nick Fuentes, who's a Nazi, Kanye, who's a Nazi, and let me say there's good people on the Nazi side. Oh, it could be pro-Confederate guys. Might be guys who are pro-slavery who are good guys. Let me do all of these things. Let me say that immigrants are poisoning the blood of our nation, a Nazi term that is only used in the past by Nazis, and then say I'm gonna ban Muslims, I'm gonna do this and this and this to all the other ethnic groups, and then go, oh, I can't believe you called me a fascist. No, he is a fascist. I'm very happy to call him a fascist.
Yes, I always say this. You start losing credibility when you start stating things that are not true. This issue of Trump said, oh, Nazi people were good people, things like these are hoax that has been debunked several times with videos I watch. This guy TDS is reaching a level that will affect him. I saw a tweet he recently put out on X saying, even the day cannot cause him to vote Trump. I understand. Taking Trump, what he says, or attributing that, oh, because he said this, it means he is this. It is crazy. Anna here is trying to be on the right side. Like, she understands a lot of things. Calling Trump all these names is crazy. This guy is a typical Democrat. The derangement in him has reached a level that they can't even control. But there is still a cure for him. When I look at what this guy spewed when Biden was there, though he was totally against Biden, when he left, Kamala came in. When they started realizing Kamala was losing in the polls, he started changing his mind.
Does he have any regret for not being more? His language was not specific. It came out if you were listening to that video.
I was in the room, Amr. I was in the room.
I'm sure, but if you were
I'm just telling you that I was in the room.
But if you were any sort of normal person listening to that video or looking at the clips online, you could come to the conclusion that he was calling, at minimum, this one man garbage, or not, if not all Trump supporters garbage. Should he be more? Does he regret not being more precise with his language? And does he also?
I'm waiting for the question to end, but keep going.
And I apologize.
Yeah,
the second part
ahead.
of that is, does he have any regret for how this has shadowed Vice President Harris's campaign?
So a couple of things there, because there's a lot that you laid out. Look, the president wanted to clarify because he understood that what he may have said he understood that what he was saying was being taken out of context.
Karin is insane. What context is she talking about? If you watch that video without even eyes, you will get the message clear. There is nothing that you even think. If you want to point out a particular person, call the person's name that, oh, this person is this. Don't generalize it.
But you know what? It nicely encapsulates modern politics because it's a storm about nothing. It's a storm about a joke at a rally. And actually, everybody's focusing on that instead of the huge problems that America has, which we all need to be discussing in a calm, serious, and sober manner.
There's something wrong with me. I find that guy very funny.
Opening act, grabbing headlines for all the wrong reasons. A comedian who offered unfunny, racist, cringeworthy jokes.
Basically calling.
Please share the video and subscribe if this is your first time coming. If you love what I'm doing here, God bless you.
Aggressively anti-common sense.
Right.
That takes place on the left.
Right. So
That's why they keep running that ad.
Fascist, his friends are all dictators.
I don't care about that at all. Not at all.
Fight for your country.
You're calling yourself.
Well, this is a problem.
Holmes Enterprise.
If you are over 18, please register to vote for something else.
Are now stepping forward.
Seen before.
I don't care if they write that.
This is happening.
She's very close to Trump. She's 30.
A financial Republican.
Hang on, Tim Walz.
Look at what Democrats are experiencing.
And sometimes there's a trend line that I never noticed before and make me go, whoa.
You know, Whoopi, you always say you don't believe in polls.
Throw a birthday party for Diddy.
Hey, you're calling yourself.
Well, this is a problem.
If you are over 18, please register to vote for